Hi, good morning. I decided to continue what I promised yesterday that I couldn't record for you because that video was, I think, almost 50 minutes long, and I later saw that YouTube cut it in half. I mean, one was 16 minutes and the other half 30 something. So even if I wanted to read what I wrote down for myself first of all and then to share with you, I couldn't read it because the video was too long. So once again, good morning, and let's review some things that are useful for me, and I hope that you will find it beneficial also for yourself. So first of all, everything that is your desire just means that to get it in your physical world, you only have to know how to tune into that frequency. And that's it, to be in alignment with your desire. So I wrote it down. Health is tuning my body to the right vibration frequency. What disease is? Disease is a distortion of a natural energy field of your body. So any disease is just a distortion of the natural energy field of our bodies. What manifestation is? Manifestation is just matching the frequency of what you desire. Very simple. Yet people are complicating simple things because they think that's how must be. I remember that when I read books on how this inner work and manifestation thing works, I simply couldn't believe that it's so simple, because for too long, and I was raised that if it's not hard, it's not worthy, you know? So forget about that. It's complete BS, because if you lose the spark by doing it in a hard way, any manifestation is useless because you lost your spark. So forget about that limited belief that if it's not hard, it's not worthy. No, everything is just matching the frequency of what you desire. That's manifestation. The same way we tap into different radio stations by tuning the frequency, we can shift our realities. As simple as that. Even though for those who think that this is woo-woo shit and that's impossible and so on and so forth, as I said, for all of those who come from the survival mode and mechanisms, of course that this will sound like woo-woo shit. For me personally, it also sounded like woo-woo shit until I was forced to slow down and to try this path. So, man, I wish I could knew these things earlier, because I would preserve and save and have now in storage unities all that wasted energy, days, times, tears, and blood and sweat, so to say it. The same way we tune into different radio stations by tuning the frequency, we can shift our realities. How we shift our realities? By using thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that are essence of the manifestation. So that's the how they say it, unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is when our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are in alignment with desired outcome. If one is missing, nothing's happening. Thought is frequency. So what you're thinking right now, how do you feel right now? That's the answer you are searching. How do you feel is what you're broadcasting. And how do you feel now, not tomorrow, not when the desires are manifested. Now, 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 now. Now, between two breaths, now, between two thoughts. Now, between now and then. That's the most important radio signal that you are emitting 24/7. Now, how do you feel now? What are you broadcasting now? So thoughts are frequencies, emotion is amplification of that frequency. So naturally, whatever you think, it produces how your emotional state of being is. And that's always amplified by what you think more and more. Thought is frequency, emotion is amplification of that frequency. Your identity and your self-image is how you stabilize it. So pay attention to this moment. Your identity and your self-image is how you stabilize it. What's your view of yourself? How do you, no matter the circumstances, self-worth and that true power has nothing to do with anything that you have. Literally. Are you powerful inside, no matter whether you are, let's say now, in some Greek mountains meditating, or you are driving, I don't know, the dream car and having the dream bank account and dream home and dream partner and so on and so forth. How do you feel now? What's your identity? How you stabilize yourself and these thoughts and emotions and frequencies? What's your self-identity now? Good news is that as you choose which shoes will you pick up, that's how you can pick up your identity. Trust me, I tried. And I know how it feels to be in unwanted identity and how powerful and liberating and refreshing is to be aware that you can, in any given moment, literally as you choose which shoes you will wear, choose your new identity. Try it. You don't have to trust me. Try it. As I didn't trust to people who preached, and then I had no other options but to try it. And the one thing that nobody can, even though time is just as everything else is man's construct, and there is no such thing as time, but I feel very, not sad, little empty, so to speak, why I couldn't and why I didn't know earlier for this, because as I said, it would save me years and years of hard work and literally bumping to the walls, wondering what's wrong. I'm doing everything, I'm doing hard work, I am literally, there were many sleepless nights. What's wrong? I mean, the wrong is that that's not how it should be. There is no need for me to hustle and grind just to tune into the right frequency and into the right vibration. Everything is frequency. Health, wealth, love, happiness, whole life success, whatever it is that you desire from the bottom of your heart. First of all, your desires are your destiny. As I said that many times before, your desires are not as same as my desires are. I mean, let's put aside those what's for majority of people something that's non-negotiables. Health for them and their family, love, abundance, and so on and so forth. But I mean specific desires like what you like to do, what's your preferences in, I don't know, wardrobe, makeup if you're a woman, and so on. Those finesses, those are literally unique as well as we all are. So as your deepest desires are, so is your destiny. Your desires, listen to me, no matter how crazy they might seem to you, the more the crazy they are, the more true they are. They were given to you because you and only you have the ability to fulfill those desires. So never doubt how infinite intelligence from above sees you, because you probably have all kinds of different limiting beliefs and mental blockages, all old core negative beliefs. You might be someone who lived in primal state of being, but the good news is that the fact that you're here means that you are on your path to awakening, if not that you are already awakened, because you wouldn't manifest me who embodied and went through that journey if you aren't powerful and you are not on the brink of your breakthrough. So just move forward. I'm so proud of you. This ability to shift your identities and to always be aware of your self-image is kind of like your antenna and what you're broadcasting. When you do this, which I read previously, when you do this correctly, reality bends to your signal. Manifestation is reality bending to our signal. So if I'm broadcasting love, of course I will receive love, and the whole reality will bend to my frequency. If I broadcast abundance, I'll witness abundance, and vice versa. If you are in anger, if you're in resentment, that just means that your antenna has broken down. Repair your antenna. Don't push yourself to work and overwork like dog. Fix your antenna. Anger, resentments, hostility, being stuck, having no clue what's the next. Allow the guidance and antenna to send you signals. Allow the guidance and antenna to send you signals, and as a reward for you being here, I will read for you later such powerful prayer that is form of initiation, so to speak, activation, call it as you wish, but works very, very powerfully for tuning into the highest state of consciousness. That will be my present for you, and kind of my gift for you being here. My appreciation and gratitude for following me and for your time and for kind comments and all the feedback that I get. I read most of the comments, and I apologize for not being able to reply to every single one of them, but trust me, I read everything whenever I have time, and it means the world for me, because that's what the point is. I appreciate you so much, your time, and you being here, the part of my movement. So why is beneficial for all of us to be and to spend more time in nature? Because the natural frequency of Earth, so-called the Schumann pulse resonance, uh, it's really vibrating at the same time of theta brain frequencies. So it puts you in a slower mood. You are not in beta, bamboozled and conditioned with all kinds of programs from the social conditioning. When you tap into these frequencies, you are in the state of flow. As I like to say, downstream, and that was, I remember hearing this first time from Esther Hicks, how that resonated with me beautifully when she said the state of flow is you moving downstream, resonance and resistance and contrast is you trying to swim upstream and fighting against the currency. It's impossible. Eventually you will drown and be miserable for the rest of your life. Spend more time in nature. This is how you are in the state of flow when you tap into these frequencies. Term flow state. When you can get into state of flow, this is really the doorway to the universe wireless grid. So, in an essence, we are always broadcasting and giving and receiving. The question is what? How you know what you're broadcasting and giving and receiving? By the way you feel. Very simple. This and there I have some notes about how to tap into this wireless signal and wireless grid. So get into the coherence with your breath. Get in the coherence with your breath. That's how you will immediately slow down. Pay attention to breathe in, breathe out, that sweet spot between breaths, between words, between two thoughts. That's where your personal Jesus is. Bring your attention and awareness at your heart, and that's how we speed up our manifestations, because in this way you are being in a state of heart-brain coherence, and you literally by this have quantum jumping into what you desire, being here and now. I like all of this with quantum physics, because quantum entanglement and quantum jumpings are something that's proving us that there is no need for us to think that some manifestations need 1, 2, or 5 years. No, everything can, through quantum jumping and quantum entanglement, be here and now for you, literally. This day, even 1 hour from now. What's preventing you from living this fact? Your beliefs. Someone programmed you to believe in something different than this. But fortunately, humanity is awakening, and we have more and more proofs that this works. It's not the magic, it's facts. So this is how you create coherence between your brain waves and your heart waves. And when you do that, you are syncing your energy field. And this is rhythmic breathing. So not just that you are having many benefits health-wise, physically, and in all other ways, but you are literally tuning with this state of flow and with this rhythmic breathing through and to the unified field, the field of all creation. Lock in the Schumann pulse resonance. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it well, but Google it. You will know what many of you probably know it, but Schumann earth resonance. Lock in the Schumann pulse resonance. Natural sounds of nature. So nature sounds are this natural resonance. So birds, frogs, those little bugs that chirp at night. How do you call them in English? I'm not sure. But water, all the nature sounds, bees. Find some that are pleasant for your ears, and this is how you tune into this frequency. Also, those frequencies of love, healings, those singing bowls, Tibetan singing bowls are also good. So 528 frequencies, 963, 369. Choose, pick what's the most pleasant for your hearing. Third step, to put this into practice, is Tesla's three-dimensional construct. So whatever he was envisioning, he literally viewed it as in a 3D simulation. So always when you are having pictures in your mind of your future, build a 3D picture. Feel the smell, hear the sound, feel, taste, touch. That's how you amplify it. Enter the scene. So never envision your future outcomes by observing it as you are watching the movie. Become the part of the scene. Put yourself in the action. Envision all micro details. Emotion is energy, we all know it. Emotion is energy in motion. And emotion is conscious awareness of your vibration. So translation of your vibration is whatever it is that you feel now. And I was someone who was always not unaware, but I was blaming this or that, or finding all kind of excuses why I'm pissed off or angry or blah blah blah, until I learned how to expand my awareness and to observe from above what's going on. So now I observe it, and that's how I am always, most of the time. Of course, I'm just a human, and there are moments when I have completely, but they're losing their grip over me. But even though I'm for years in this personal development and inner work, there are moments when I lose my bs, so to say it. But most of the time I'm conscious and aware of my vibration through the how I feel. Broadcast it. Say transmitting over and over again. So when you get into this heart-brain coherence, when you are in a state of flow, when you have put yourself in a scene, smelled, tasted, touched, when you are aware of all micro details of your desired outcome, repeat, you can say it out loud or mentally, transmitting, 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 transmitting. So because you are transmitting, you are sending the signal. You do this when you get in touch with the feeling and emotions. This is conscious instruction to your subconscious mind to actually transmit the broadcast. While you are repeating, transmitting, you are consciously instructing your subconscious mind to actually transmit the broadcast, like you are your own radio station, as you are. See yourself always as antenna, and from time to time pause and ask yourself, what am I transmitting now? This is Universal Wireless Network. As Tesla said, your brain is really how all of reality works. Receiving and transmitting energy, frequency, and information. All reality is a similar to a cell phone. Every single this is awesome also. Every single reality is like its own phone number with a distinct frequency. So, and you can, and if you can correctly dial the frequency, like you are dialing the numbers on the cell phone, whoever you're calling, if you can correctly dial the frequency of that you desire, you can shift timelines and live that desire. We are always sending the signal and the frequency, our own unique signal and frequency, to the wireless network. This is also awesome. So imagine your desired reality as a specific number that you will pick and dial on your cell phone. That's how it works. Fifth step is to log the synchronicities. They are like the breadcrumbs after you did these previous steps. It's like when you call someone and they don't answer, and then you call, and then they call you back. When you make a call like this, you are going to get a call back, but the call back is going to come in a form of distorted pictures, events. I call this step breadcrumbs from the universe. So, meaning that your outer world is going to start to slowly shift to match the frequency that you dialed. Tesla always kept a notepad by his bed so he could write down what comes after he did the asking and tuning and broadcasting and transmitting and all of this. What we're gonna do is synchronicity logging. When you are synchronicity logging, you are rendering the future. In this way, you are preparing your mind to start see the new frequency that have started to dial into. This is Nikola Tesla hidden war for frequencies. So the hidden war that's always happening is literally the war for your frequency, my frequency, for your state of consciousness, for my state of consciousness, aka whether or not you will be and remain and stay till the rest of your life in a lower state of mind, or you will tune into the wealth consciousness, health consciousness, whole life success consciousness, Christ consciousness, and become person who is always striving. No matter if you were in surviving. I was someone who was in surviving because I was raised up by people who literally thought that that's how the entire system works. Yes, it was maybe challenging for me to be the transgenerational breaker of patterns, But bro, it's liberating. It's so liberating. Stop being trapped in lower dimensions. Why most people are stuck in lower dimensions? Because when you are trapped in lower dimensions, you can't unlock the supernatural abilities of your own consciousness. Very simple. And imagine if every single human, which I would love to be a kind of future for generations that are coming, imagine the world where every single soul is aware of their supernatural abilities. Just imagine that world. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. As you imagine, you are building an image of a future that hasn't happened yet. Create using the power of your mind. Create more with less effort. That's the goal. Not to overwork like a dog. Create more with less effort. These 5 principles that we mentioned are really distillation of a lot of the noise that has happening in the personal development space, because sometimes it feels like it's too much and it can sound confusing. So first principle, this is new, this has nothing to do with what I read previously. First principle for this distillation space is desire. Have the desire, simple as that. Desire is the catalyst for all change. There's a vast architecture of intelligence that's responding to what you want. In scripture, in Isaiah, has been written, before you even ask, I've heard you. So don't doubt that the infinite intelligence knows the desires of your heart. Before you even ask, I heard you. Second